Hi, Father Ian Van Heusen here. So I had a thesis that I was working on for several years. I was trying to struggle. How do I talk about contemplation? How do I get people to open up about their experience when most people aren't familiar with the concept of contemplation, or that's wordless, imageless resting in the Lord? And then one day I was talking with a friend at seminary, and he was describing his prayer before he entered seminary. And he said, I would walk around the campus. He was a college student at the time. I would walk around the campus thinking about my life. And then he said something that stood out in a very interesting way. He said, and then there was times I would just zone out. I was like, zone out? Wait a minute, hold up for a second there. What do you mean by zoning out? And he would describe his experience of zoning out. And it was very close. I don't know, maybe a scholar might say that's not infused contemplation, whatever. I'm not sure. But it sounded very similar to the descriptions of the saints when they would talk about contemplation. I was like, I think that's it. I think if I ask people about their experience of zoning out, that may open a door to have a deeper faith conversation about spiritual experience. And it has been precisely that case. I've asked probably hundreds of people about their experience of zoning out. And not all of them lead to this understanding of contemplation. Everybody hears that phrase a little bit differently, and probably based on their experience. But for many people, it's opened a door where they express that they experience infused contemplation, some people on a regular basis. And that's a powerful insight, because when I was first studying mystical prayer, mystical theology, ascetical theology, those are big words, but those are kind of what the fields are. When I was early on studying those things, I thought, these experiences were very rare, or that's what the literature seemed to see. But actually, many people have these experiences, but perhaps they misunderstand them, or they don't quite understand where they're coming from, or they accept them in gratitude, but they're so humble that they don't think anything of them, which is more often not the case. But also what I found, and this is an interesting dynamic, is that some people resist those higher grades of prayer, those deeper ways of relating to the Lord. Some people are so comfortable with what the tradition calls discursive meditation. So some people I just want to pray my rosary. I just want to read my Bible and think about it. I don't want this contemplative prayer. And they don't say this, but it gets kind of expressed in a variety of ways. This deeper kind of prayer is a little bit uncomfortable. It's a little bit unfamiliar. So what I want to do is I want to start open that conversation about zoning out, about contemplation. There's a lot more I could say. Hopefully this video hasn't completely confused you. But I would just say at the closing, maybe we could continue the conversation. Do you ever experience zoning out? Do you experience it as a positive thing? How does that work? And let's continue that conversation, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video where we can kind of share based on some of those experiences and insights that I've learned. So consider that today. Do you zone out? Is it a positive thing? Is it something that you work against? How does that help you in your relationship with the Lord? Amen?